Okay, welcome back, and we're talking to Josh Bernstein. He's a talk show host, TV talk show host. He also is a strategist, a writer, and he's the official spokesman for the Association of Mature American Citizens, AMAC, and it's amac.us. And you just recently released a draft, or AMAC has, of a proposal to replace Obamacare. Tell us about it, Josh.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's called the AMAC BEST Plan, which stands for Bipartisan, Easy, Simple, and Timely. Now, to give you an idea of what we have done, Obamacare, again, has been implemented to become a one-payer system over time through attrition. I know I've said that to you many times on the program. Think about this for a second. Obamacare is 11,588,500 words long. It is 20,201 pages long when you add in the riders, the provisions, and all the regulations. If you stood it on its end, paper after paper on top of one another, it would stand 7 feet 2 inches tall. To talk about a monstrosity of a bill, there is nothing bigger than Obamacare. And it is not needed. It is cumbersome. It takes over 1/5 of the United States economy. And the bipartisan, easy, simple, and timely BEST plan by AMAC is only 15 pages long, including the cover page. Okay. Now, what is it? It's basically a plan that allows you to keep your doctor for real. Okay. Not the lie that the Obama administration has told. It covers pre-existing conditions. It has an option to cover your young ones up to 26. It is an option, but it is free market based. It creates more competition, which means that it's going to be less expensive than Obamacare. It covers copays and doctor's visits. And more importantly, it puts the trust power between you and your doctor back where it's supposed to be, with you and your doctor, not with you, your doctor, and some government bean counter that's looking at costs saying, well, gee, I don't know if we can afford the operation for grandma. Instead, we're going to give the operation to this person because they're younger, they're more vibrant, and they have more, time to live. So it doesn't play God. It allows you to have the control back within yourself and your doctor. Folks can go to amac.us, again, www.amac.us, look for the BEST plan, B-E-S-T, AMAC's BEST plan. Tell them that if you reach out to AMAC, call them at 888-262-2006, 888-262-2006. Tell them that you heard Josh Bernstein, their national spokesman, talking about AMAC's BEST plan. And if you want to switch and you have AARP, there's a better alternative, the conservative alternative, which is the Association of Mature American Citizens. We have all the same types of programs available that an AARP does. The only difference is that we answer to our members. We put freedom first, we put our members first, and we put America first. Again, amac.us, contact them, and if you want to switch from your AARP, we'll even give you a free membership. That's right, a free membership. Check us out, amac.us, or call 888-262-2006.
Interesting. Has any candidate seen your plan and endorsed it?
Well, I think it's a plan that's pretty recent, and what we've done is we've taken a lot of good information, if you will, from the Heritage Foundation and some others, and we've put this together into one thing. We hope that will happen soon enough. We're also working on a couple of other good initiatives as far as giving seniors a pay raise, because they've only had a cost of living adjustment 3 out of the last 6 years, and 1 in 2012 because it was an election year. So we want to make sure that seniors are not feeling the pain as they are right now with the cost of living adjustments not being there for them. We're working on a bunch of different things, Social Security guarantee. There's a number of different things that we're working on, and everything that we do is based on limited government and more power, choice, and freedom in the person's healthcare choices and decisions, not the government.
Josh, do you think that, Obamacare is the law of the land. Can it be repealed? Literally, can it get wiped out?
I believe it can, because here's the thing. The way that it was set up was for all of the pain and all of the terrible things that happen in Obamacare, that was all supposed to happen at the end of the bill. And we're already starting to see that. We're seeing the state exchanges imploding. We're seeing the big insurance companies opting out of it. We're seeing a lot of different things happening. So I think that it can be. Here's the thing you have to understand. The heart of the matter is the individual mandate. And the individual mandate, if you think of it like an octopus, and you've got all the different tentacles and all the different arms, well, each one of those tentacles are IPAP, each one is, government control, each one is all these different things. If you remove the heart of it, which would be the individual mandate, all the other arms or tentacles, if you will just fall aside to the wayside. They'll fall apart. So that's what's holding it together. It's kind of like Scotch tape on a big giant, hole in the wall that you're hoping is going to hold it for a long time, and eventually it just breaks right through. Well, the individual mandate is just that. So I think if you remove that, and if you repeal the entire bill, don't leave any aspect or provision of it, repeal the whole thing, and replace it with AMAC's best plan, for instance, you would have health care that would be more affordable, more accessible, and certainly a better product and quality all around.
All right. Logistically, help me to understand. Let's just say that you have a president that repeals it or by executive order wipes it out. There's a period of time between then and when a new system or a new plan is put in place. What happens to insurance in that period of time?
Well, I think what can happen is you have to have the replacement ready. It's one of those things where you can't really repeal it altogether and then just have it sitting out there with nothing. What you have to do is you have to have the plan ready to replace it. And again, it's a plan that would need to be implemented in a 90 to 120 day period. In other words, telling doctors, administrators, hospitals, surgeons, specialists, all those people that now unfortunately have to deal with the Obamacare, you've got to get a coalition, if you will, of support around your plan and get them to lobby Congress to explain that, hey, this is the better plan for Obamacare. And I think that once you do that and you put that in motion, then when you repeal the other thing and you can then put that new plan on, I don't think that you're going to have a situation where there's fallout or there's people that are losing their coverage because you've taken the precaution and the necessary steps in order to implement it correctly.
Do you have any idea where Donald Trump is with Obamacare? I mean, I know he wants to get rid of it, but what's his plan? Yeah,
he says that he wants to obviously repeal it and get rid of it, which I'm glad that he wants to do that. But his whole thing has been the lines. Well, I understand that, you want to open it up over state lines, which obviously would then increase competition. And anytime you increase competition, you lower costs. I get that. But there's got to be more than that. Just talking about fraud and waste and things like that in Medicare and Medicaid and things like that, that's not going to be enough. So for my money, I would love for him to be more specific and come out with a true overall plan as to what he would do. Obviously, repeal and replace, cover pre-existing conditions, open it up over state lines to make it less, more competition and more affordable. And then maybe medical malpractice reform, I think would be another good thing. Health savings account, of course, would be another good thing. And then maybe have like a big pot. And if you want to donate to this pot that helps people that either don't have insurance or catastrophic care, then you should be able to do that, write it off on your taxes, things like that. Make it portable, of course, let it follow you so that if you do lose a job or an occupation, that you can still have health care coverage. So I think there's a lot of great common sense and easy approaches that we can do, but I think we just have to have the political will to do it.
I can't let you go without asking you about Hillary Clinton. They've given immunity now to the person who managed her server. It seems like the FBI is doing a very methodical tightening of the net. Do you think she could possibly get indicted?
Well, look, I can only hope and pray that it happens. I don't want it to happen, though, in July or August or September. I'd like to have it happen maybe a week before the election. I think that would be a great time to have it happen. But more importantly, this Guccifer guy who has just now been extradited over to the United States, he may start singing like a canary. And to be honest with you, I hope they give him immunity. I hope they drop all charges. I hope they give him a Thanksgiving Day Macy's type parade if he takes down Hillary Clinton and the Obama administration in one fell swoop, because I believe that because he's the one that broke into her server and found out about these different email addresses, he has a lot of information that we don't even know yet from the public. So let's just hope he starts singing like a canary.
Some would like to see it happen like with a possible indictment like maybe May and June and not wait till the fall or just before the election. What's your thought on that?
I say the closer to the election, the better off. We always like the October surprise. I can tell you this, Dinesh D'Souza, who's an amazing patriot, was thrown in jail for something so silly and so stupid, is coming out now with a movie called Hillary's America. And I believe he's going to launch it in about June or July, somewhere right around there. I think he said the week of their convention. So that'll be one hit. So I think the final hit, if we can do it, would be late September, early October, you know, that she would be indicted, because I think that it would torpedo her campaign even more, and hopefully the GOP nominee will finally win, come to the top, and start to change things in America.
All right, so you got an FBI that might have the evidence to do the indictment. Will the DOJ go through with it when it's led by a bunch of Hillary supporters?
Right. That's a great question. A lot of people have said that as a matter of fact, she has said, Loretta Lynch has come out and made a comment saying that she doesn't have to indict. I think what you may see happen is you may find some rogue prosecutors around the country that says, well, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it. And I think that Comey and all the people that worked on this case, blood, sweat, and tears, month in, month out, all the work that they've done, the paperwork that they've done, the hours that they've put in, if it's not going to go anywhere, I think there's going to be a major revolt inside the FBI. And I think that what's going to happen is it's going to be leak, 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 leak. They're going to start leaking more and more and more to put pressure on the Department of Justice in order to throw down an indictment. And if that doesn't happen, again, like I said, I think you're going to have some rogue prosecutors around the country that may decide to do it by themselves.
Very interesting. All right, let me encourage you again, if you want to learn more about the best plan to replace Obamacare, go to amac.us, amac.us, and that toll-free number is 888-262-2006. Josh, thanks, man. Keep up the fight. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
You got it. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
I'm Paulina Leiser, producer of Focus Today. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check our other videos at theDove.us.